Hi, second graders. I'm going to read a story with you today, and it is called Henry and Joe. You take a look at the picture on the front, think for a second, make a prediction. Do you think that the animal that you see on the cover is Henry or is it Joe? Before we actually read the story, I want to take you to this page that's going to be at the end because I want you to think and focus as we're reading on this key question. How do you care for a pet? That's what I want you to be thinking about as we're reading the story. So go back up to the beginning. Henry and Joe. Henry loved everything about the library except Joe. Joe gave Henry the stink eye. He always looked mean. Joe was the gecko who lived in a tank in Miss Ella's office. Henry had to walk past Joe to get to the books. One day, Miss Ella said, "I will not be at school next week. Will you take care of Joe? I will show you what to do." Henry did not know what to say. He did not want Miss Ella to know he was afraid of the lizard. "I made a job list," said Miss Ella. "The list tells you what you need to do to take care of Joe. We'll do the jobs together today." Henry helped Miss Ella clean Joe's tank. A gecko needs to have a clean place to live. We need to take out the dirty paper bedding. Then we put in clean bedding, she said. Henry helped Miss Ella give Joe clean water. A gecko needs fresh water. Joe drinks water from the dish. We put wet moss in Joe's hiding place. The wet moss keeps his skin loose, and this helps Joe shed it. Henry helped Miss Ella feed Joe. A gecko eats crickets and mealworms. We put Joe's food in his dish. You can see here, this is the list that says taking care of Joe, and it tells you in this column about what the job is. Like this one says, take out old paper bedding, put in clean paper bedding, and then it lists the day, Monday, Wednesday. Okay. Joe gets exercise when he tries to catch his food. Henry helped Miss Ella check the light bulb. A gecko needs a place to bask. The light shines on the flat rock and warms it. Joe basks on the rock. The next week, Henry took care of Joe. When Miss Ella came back, Henry said, "I thought Joe was not a good pet. I was wrong. He is a nice pet. I think he likes me." Okay, that brings us to the end of the story. I want to go back for a second. I wanted to show you. So in here, you heard them talk about it being a gecko, and you know that a gecko is another name for a lizard. And down in this little corner, it says, "Did you know a gecko lizard is a reptile? Reptiles have a backbone and scales. Snakes are reptiles too." And then on this page, I wanted to point out when they talk about bedding, the lizard doesn't sleep in a typical bed like you and I sleep in, okay? So they refer to it as bedding because it is where he sleeps, but it sounds like it's shredded up paper. And then the last vocab word I wanted you to look at with me is this word basks. So it says a gecko needs a place to bask. The light shines on the flat rock and it warms it. Joe basks on the rock. So if you see in the picture, you can see that Joe is laying on the rock, and when something basks, it's the light provides heat, and so the gecko really likes the warmth, and the light is heating up the rock, and then Joe is basking on the rock. He's laying in the heat on the rock, and he loves it. And that's why they needed the light bulb, because if they didn't have the light bulb, the rock wouldn't be able to get so warm and Joe wouldn't be as happy. Okay, so this is the page that you're going to work on to answer the questions from the story. And if you need to, you can go back and reread the story on your own. You definitely want to go back in the story to look for details. So let me read the directions to you. It says, how do you care for a pet? Read the key question, then read the story. Look for key ideas or steps that help you answer the key question. Circle or underline these details. Now look back at the story. Write the words and sentences you found in the web below. So here's our web, and our key question is right in the middle. How do you care for a pet? So think of all the ways that Henry learned that he needed to do the things that he needed to do to take care of Joe. Okay? Think about the things you might do if you have a pet. How do you take care of your pet? And then the third step is down here at the bottom. It says, think about the key question. Write your answer to the key question using information you found in the story you read. And then you can write your answer down in the box. So the biggest thing you need to remember is go back in the story, take your time, and find your answers by reading the details. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this story. I think it was a really cute one, and I think you guys will come up with great answers for how to take care of a pet. I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye.